Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocks Network Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Okay, so we gotta get started very soon. Live FOMC at 2 p.m. and then we got Powell coming out at 2:30, and then Power Hour, and then two big earnings in the after hours with some big names. We'll go over that real quick, guys. I'm gonna try and go through the FOMC, explain what it is. We'll talk about, we'll break down gold. It's in that staircase, go up on the 4 hours, elevator come down. So we talked about that this morning, and now you see how it plays out beautifully. So congratulations. I saw that some of you guys are long on sells. We'll talk all about it when we get started to call, but also we'll do NASDAQ and US 30, and we'll see how things are going, but just use proper risk management, guys. We'll get started in just a couple minutes, okay?
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the live session of Stocks Never Trading. My name is Dave, guys. My partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell. Okay, I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please secure.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Stocks Never Trading. My name is Ron. My partner is Dave. We're back. Okay, we had our live New York session. Big sell on gold. We broke it down from the daily, the 4 hour. We spent some time on the 4 hour, and then we went to the hourly, and then the 5 minutes. We talked about the 4 hour stairs going up, elevator coming down, and now you see how it played out, guys. Like that, from like where we took entry right over here from 3,323. This thing dropped over 350 pips, found a little bit of a double bottom, found some bottom just right above this daily position of that 33,285 we've been talking about for a couple weeks now, and it's building its way back up to possibly 3,300, that psychological area. And but guys, we have a busy schedule today. Okay, so we're gonna go over, we have FOMC, so that's a big meeting and decision on the federal funds rate. So we're going to walk into that in the next hour. We're going to do 3 securities top downs on gold, NASDAQ, and US 30. I'm going to try and keep them all 3 complete on split screen so we can watch on one chart all 3 of them. It's going to get a little busy because we also have the financial juice news right beside us as well. So I'll try my best if we can squeeze it in on 3 charts. If not, then we're gonna have to flip flop. You know what I mean? So we'll try. Let's see what we can do. Okay. So we're gonna start fresh, and we're gonna go with. We'll get started with gold, and we'll do US 30 and NASDAQ. Okay. But before we do all that, let's just go over briefly what we're walking ourselves into. What type of news? Okay. There's already been a lot of news already today. That's already. been released. Actual reports have came out. Over here, just in Bank of Canada, just about a couple hours ago at 10:30, they released. Bank of Canada over here, we held interest rates paused again. 2.75 was the previous forecast was pause, and the actual results came out pause. No increase, no decrease here in Canada, but they're talking about early fall, like September, possibly rate cuts coming. So maybe the U.S. is very, very similar. So the U.S. we have also this coming up at 2 o'clock. So you see the federal funds rate is right here. It's set at 4.5%. Okay, that was from the previous FOMC, and that was also a pause. So now what is the forecast for today? It's 4.5%. Again, the forecast is to pause, no increase, decrease. I just looked at the latest poll. It's about 96% going to pause, 1% chance of an increase, and 3% chance of a decrease. Okay, so it's highly that we're going to have a pause in the markets. So the market maybe has baked in that, and so there'll be some volatility. There'll be opening range moves, liquidity grabs, and things like that. But if there's a surprise, so then if there's a surprise, that will substantially move the market. So what I mean is, if it's a quarter percentage decrease, that could surprise the market. If there's an increase, like that 1% chance could really shock the markets. So that's where you could see markets pump or markets dump on that number. But what we're going to do is we're going to just go down from a top down, from daily, 4 hour, hourly, bring it down to the 5 minutes, and watch our levels and see what's happening. Okay. Maybe there'll be some trades, maybe there won't be some trades, but what I can guarantee you is there's going to be volatility. Okay. So with volatility, with high impact news, all we can do as traders is lower our risk. Okay. If we've had already a good morning, a good AM session, plus with our trade signals, maybe you're well on your way with you're at your daily goal or above your daily goal. So again, just proper risk management. Don't risk it all on just this event, okay? Because you might regret it tomorrow. You might regret it the next day. This is just an event. You can maybe trade at 3 p.m. when everything is all said and done. Maybe power hour, you can look for a setup. But all I'm trying to say is real quick is don't be crazy, okay? Just trade smart. And then once they release the numbers, okay, that's for the first 30 minutes. Then there's an FOMC statement, and then we have the press conference. So this is the difference between minutes. When we have FOMC minutes, a lot of traders get it wrong. FOMC minutes are just a summary of the previous actual FOMC event. Today is the big event. Today is the conference. Okay, so at 2:30, Mr. Powell is going to walk out. He's going to wear his suit he always wears. What's his tie color going to be? My pick today is he's going steady purple. Okay, that's his tie color for the day. I'm placing all bets on purple tie today. Okay, he might surprise us with a blue with a vertical pinstripe white, but I'm going purple, solid purple today. Okay, I don't know what your picks are, but I'm going to go with purple tie. Does that mean anything? Absolutely. It's a big clue as to what's happening in the market. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. It doesn't matter what the color of his tie is. Okay. Some of you guys actually think the color of his tie is going to mean something. It might. Okay. But I'm just playing our games here. Okay. And guys, did anybody see this? After the conference, we've got 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. is power hour. Did anybody see this? At 4 p.m. at market close, Mr. President Trump is speaking. Okay? So most of you guys are aware now, in the markets when you're trading, when this man is speaking, either Powell or Trump, okay? and he's speaking right after Powell. So I don't know what this is all about, but if you read into it, he's due to speak about making health technology great again at the White House in Washington, D.C. Audience questions expected. So you never know. Someone might ask him a question about Powell's interest rates, and then Trump will go off. So it's going to be entertaining. But Trump is speaking at 4 p.m. And not only that, we'll get into the earnings. So there's two big names in the earnings as well. It doesn't stop today. Okay, so it's a very busy day, and it's going to get even busier as we go into tomorrow and Friday. Okay, so if any of you guys do not know what FOMC is, real quick, guys, this is your basic information. Like, this should be coming automatic for everybody. Like, you should know what FOMC is day in and day out. Like, you should know what this is in your sleep. Like, you shouldn't have someone teaching you what this is. Like, this should be real basic information. So it's scheduled 8 times per year. That's why it's very important. 8 times per year. It's not every single month. The history, we can look at the last one we had was June 18. The next one we're going to have is September. I've already been reading ahead of time that if there's a pause, Powell, when he's giving forward guidance, he's going to hint maybe that September could be a rate decrease in September. Okay, so the market might rally on that. Just him saying that there's an interest rate in the near future cut in September, the market may rally on that information. Okay, what if he's very says maybe September we're gonna things are tough, the economy is tough right now, inflation is going up, job numbers are down, we might have to kind of increase rates. You might you got to listen to that forward guidance. Okay, that's what everyone is anticipating and waiting for. Okay. What does it stand for? Federal Open Market Committee, and it's based out of 12 chairpersons, but Powell is the head. Okay, so that's what it is coming up. Now, earnings also. Just to get you guys briefly understanding, after hours is you got Trump speaking at 4 p.m. and then you got Meta Platforms, formerly known as Facebook, reporting. Big company, okay, and Microsoft Corporation. 2 of the biggest in the world are reporting in the after hours back to back at 4:05. That could cause how markets are moving in the after hours. It could cause how the futures markets open up at 8 p.m. and could cause how volume moves into early morning London and Europe. And then we'll come back tomorrow morning to analyze everything, and we're back at 7 a.m. Eastern to kind of make sense of everything. Okay, so that's why on YouTube, if you guys can like and subscribe to the channel, stick with us on a daily basis, and I guarantee you'll learn something. Now let's continue to move over, guys. So if you want to check your news, you can always come and check your news, update everything over here when it wants to upload. There it is. Okay, so Trump to slap 25% tariff on India, threatens additional penalty. That's already been out. Fed set to hold rates steady, defying Trump's call for a cut. There's an article released 3 hours ago if you want to read all about that. U.S. economy rebounds from first pullback in 3 years. Okay, so that's pretty significant news just released. Mercedes and Porsche see more tariff on their way. So any of you guys that drive Mercedes or Porsche, more pain to come. I drive both of those vehicles, so I'm probably going to stay away from buying a Porsche or a Mercedes. I told you guys I'm going to buy a good old, reliable Honda Civic, 1990, early years, one of those, or a 90s Toyota Corolla, like an old school, reliable something, just to get me where I got to go every day. Forget about all these fancy cars. Too much tariffs, too much luxury tax. Can't have it all. I can't do that anymore. So that's what's going on in the markets right now. It is 1 p.m., so we have exactly 1 hour. So we got to continue moving, guys. Signals sent out today. Fantastic on the trade setups and signals to help out. There's Diddy over there on oil. Beautiful move on oil. Nice setup there. I know some of you guys in the group got the oil set up. The gold, the dump, okay? Beautiful gold dump, guys. And also some Forex. Don't sleep on the Forex. They're coming too. USD JPY moved at this time 85 pips. So if you're looking for signals, we got all that. Everyone on YouTube, there's a free Telegram channel. It's pinned at the top for you guys. I don't know who's doing this right now, but me after that gold sell right over here. This has got to be, Dave has got to be responsible for this stuff. Dave's just playing games here, but it's funny, guys. Okay, so let's get into this on our website, guys. Briefly, if you don't know what is FOMC or the difference between minutes, under our blog, if you scroll, I'll go through. I know we did this one a long time ago, a while back. If you scroll, I guarantee you will find something on FOMC. Let me find it. There's NFP if you want to read up on Friday morning blog. And here's FOMC, okay? So FOMC meeting versus FOMC minutes. There's the breakdown, can tell you the difference. That's why, guys, subscribe to our channel. Get these free blogs because they're educational. You'll learn all about it. If you're scratching your head right now asking, what is FOMC? What is this? What is that? It's right there in that free blog. We gotta do some education too, guys. We gotta learn what all of these things are, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to do 3 charts, okay? So this is how it's going to look. We're going to have gold over here on the left. In the middle, let me just clean up here. What we can have is we'll have NASDAQ in the middle, okay? Let me just, again, tidy up everything. Okay, so we're going to have NASDAQ in the middle. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Gold on the left, NASDAQ in the middle, and then over here, we're going to, in our third chart on the right, we're going to have US 30. Let me just find the correct one I'm looking for here. There it is. Okay. Are we all good with the setups? Whoops. Okay, how does that look, guys? Are we good? Trev, all good? It's going to get busy, I'm telling you guys, because we're looking at, but, you know, we'll have our levels, right? We'll have some structure. It's going to look much different than this. I'll try and add the daily bar indicator, but it's gonna get really, really busy with that, but I know it's really important. And we do have our financial juice news right to the left of us, okay? So if we're ready to get started, I'm ready to get started. Welcome everyone on Zoom. Thanks for joining back. Samuel, welcome. DCY, welcome, bro. Abdullah, welcome. Denny, I haven't gone to the washroom yet still, believe it or not. I haven't gone to the washroom yet. I'm still holding it. I'm going to do a marathon for holding it as long as possible. Trevor, welcome. DCY, thank you, SST, giving me a chance to join you guys as a lifetime member. Thank you, bro. Once said by Uncle Ron, compounding is powerful. It took me a half year plus from 200 to 1,000. Yeah, it's a game of compounding, guys. You know, even the smallest accounts can compound, and everyone thinks you have to have $1 million to compound an account. No, you don't. You can start off with $100. You can compound it to $125. That's a big increase, but that's how you can compound, you know? So, but just learn how to compound that account. Some of the best traders are the traders that can compound small accounts. And then they learn how to do it with the proper risk. And then when they have additional capital, then they make bigger gains, guys. So trading is all about compounding, building that account. That's why I have an 80-20 rule. I like to get into profit, take out 80%, leave 20% running. Why do I do that? Because my account can continue to compound. Yes, I might miss out on a big move from time to time, but I also can you guys have seen live when I'm in profit and then it goes back down to break even or hits my stop loss. So I've changed my mindset over the years, guys. Completely different how I was when I first started trading. Some of you guys are maybe changing that as well. So it's good. Congratulations, DCY. Lady Stone, the Diddy John. I don't know who's doing it. Trevor, Red, welcome. Ben's welcome. Okay, guys. And everyone on YouTube, again, thank you guys for joining. Habibi Tony, welcome, brother. Thank you for joining, JC. Welcome. Thank you, Skunk J. I love the name. Welcome. Hopefully it's the skunk we're talking about here. Flyboy Kells, welcome. Round 2. Let's go. And welcome, everyone. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to get started with gold. Okay, a refresher. We already did full top downs on these 3 securities, but let's just do it again just to refresh our minds. And if you're new and you didn't miss our session, then here it is. Okay, so I just want to show you the 4 hours. Okay, real quick, before we do our top down, remember this, what we were talking about earlier this morning, this staircasing coming up, right? And the 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. dump right there. There's the elevator coming down. How many candles, 4-hour candles, did this one swallow? Look at, just count back. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. There's 11 bars. Those are 11 times 4-hour candles, okay? That's big. That's the entire week gain from Monday morning. That big move up, lower high, and elevator come down, okay? It was set up perfect, and we caught that. We caught that with our SST signals, and we caught it on our live trade. We went from the daily 4-hour bearish bias, and it continued to push down, okay? So, and It's continuing. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. That's a lower high. It created a new lower low, but now it's coming right back up. See where it found all that 4-hour support right in there. 32.87, 32.85, 83 was the bottom right there. It still hasn't filled, but maybe they're making a higher low to bring it, prop it back up. But what I would be doing if I was a 4-hour trader, I'd be finding that 4-hour point of control, that bearish box right there. I would be cutting that in half. A little bit above, a little bit below, find my zone because it might trade back in there and boom, slams back down. With 4-hour candles, we got to see if it will close above, retest that, then maybe we can break out bullish. But this is still bearish momentum, guys, okay? So let's start off with the daily. Trevor, there it is. Yeah, beautiful. I see it. Yeah, exactly, man. Let me just show. Trevor, do you mind if I, oh shit, sorry. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. What time we got? 1:10. Okay, so I got to do maybe maximum 10 minutes of each one of these securities. That'll get us to 140. Then if anyone needs a quick little break, and then we're going to get ready. Okay, so let's start off on the daily. Okay, quick little zones recaps. You guys know we do this all the time on every single session. If you're tuning in with us, you guys probably know what I'm going to look at and what I'm going to talk about. 3,500 all-time high. When did we hit it? April 22nd. We came, what was the reaction from the all-time high? We have this range low right there at 3,120. I don't even have to look anymore. I know the dates, May 15. I know the numbers. Why? Because I do this every single day. Probably you guys are going to get to the point where you can do this in your sleep every day. So have we been talking about that 2-bar trap right there? Yeah, we have. And then it turned into a supply by stretching it into the future. There's the double top and the drop. Come back up for a third top. You know, right there, third top, drop. Some traders say that that's a fourth top. I accept that because right there, that could have been the third top, come in, drop. So if you want to say that that's the fourth top, say fourth top. Do what you want. But just know it topped and it dropped. Okay, no matter how many times. Here was the fourth or fifth time, top and drop. Okay, so what happens if we stretch it in the future and we get a fifth, sixth time? It might be a top and drop, right? So forward-looking future. Stretch your shit into the future. How many times do we got to say this? Someone said, Ron, how far? Always, I get this question. Ron, how far into the future do I go? Who gives a shit? Go as far as you want. Go. Look, I'm in December of 2025. If I want to go 2026, 27, go as far as you want in the future. It's a block in the market. Only thing that's variable is the volume that moves. Okay, so that's a block. It showed us selling, 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 selling. Maybe it comes back again. Possibly selling unless buyers can prove to me otherwise, right? That's how I trade. You know, that's why it's red for a reason. If the buyers can show to me, here they closed above, here they closed above, here they closed above. But look at the reaction the next bar. Boom, 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 down. They fake them out. That's technical fake outs. Doesn't get any better than that. Congratulations on the market makers that sucked in the buyers up there. You know, you got them. Like, that's how the game is played out. But if you're patiently waiting and you understand what they're doing, you reverse engineer the move against them. And that's how we make money as traders, guys. Okay, so learn the game as much as you guys want. Learn the game. We're at SST. We're here to teach you the game, but you got to put in some work too to learn a little bit on the side too. You know, we'll give you as much as we can, but at the end of the day, you got to you got to do some work, guys. You know, just like I did, just like Dave did, just like all the snipers do. We don't show you what we do when we're not live. You don't know how much work we do in here, how much work we're looking at these charts. More than I look at my family, I'm looking at these charts. You know what I mean? So welcome to the world of trading. If that's something you're not interested in, then trading is probably not going to be for you. As honest as it sounds, you know, I know someone doesn't want to hear that, but it is. That's the nature of this game. It's nasty, right? You're not always going to make money. I don't want to always talk. Everyone's going to make money and buy nice things. No, this is a tough mental game to play every single day. But if you do it properly, set yourself up for success. Find your zones. Find your points of interest. Try to the best of your ability to trade with the trend as much as possible, and just use proper risk management. That's it. What else? Like, that's the recipe for success. Anyone that tells you different, I'll ask them, what are you guys even talking about? Okay, now we found supply, we found demand, we got equal bottom lows, yellow line holding above the green zone. Points of interest, 3285. How many times have I been saying this for the past few weeks, 3285. Where did I get this number from? I didn't just pull it out of a hat and, just guess. Just look at the yellow line and look at relative to the bodies and the wicks, how it's playing out. Look at those two. Look how close we got to it today. Look at it. Look at today's low wick. It's just right above that. So they protected that area from really breaking down, from causing that new low on the daily from July 9. So, we got to really pay attention to that, okay? Is there any levels above us? Yes, there is, okay? Let's see. This is a bigger level above us. This is more of an obvious one, 335758. Okay, is there anything now in between these two yellow points of interest? Okay, maybe I want to go with right here. Why? Because this is more relevant right now. Look on this daily, Monday, we dropped. Today, this Tuesday, we already tried this week to come up there. They rejected it, lower high, closed right there. 3325, that's where we took our short today, if you remember, on this candle right here. So it opened up, look above us. Are those tweezer top highs? Okay, look at that. Guys, look at the story that this language of candles taught us today. Look at when it came up, back down. Came up, just draw a line if you have to, okay? And you tell me, are those equal highs? I smoke a lot of weed, guys, but I can still see that those are equal. Tell me, is that wick higher or lower? No, equal. Tweezer top highs on the daily. Remember what we say, look on it, like how it is on the 1 minutes, on all candlesticks have the same characteristics, guys. I could sit and explain this, but we don't have too much time. So we got to continue to move, guys. And that level, 3333 and 97 cents, that Walmart rollback. There it is. Push down. Did we take out this point of interest? 3313. Yeah, we had it as support today. And look at the daily candle. It just ripped right through it. So it took out yesterday. Took out this point of interest on Monday. That is a particular point of interest because that was the start of our weekly low right there. And look at today. We even broke right below it, but look at where the market is holding good support. So see right there when we came in there, see that body of that candle right there? I'm going to grab that body of that candle right there, that body of that candle that started that nice push up, okay? And stretch it. I see we came into it, back up. Today, almost came into it, not yet. So just for reference, 50% of that green zone, if it does come in there, 3270, 79, 3280. We'll see if it holds good support. This now, what I do with this line is I'll just match it up with today's low. Again, with the low, I make it purple. And let's just follow the volume, okay? So we opened today, it came up bullish. Those are those tweezer top highs. That's our high of the day, go purple. And we're still pushing down. The daily trend is still pushing down. We have the huge monster bearish engulfing candle and pushing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, equal highs, continue with lower lows. This could definitely come down and smash right through this and continue dropping. But when it did come down here, it moved back up. Come down here and move back up. Still holding this block, stretch it into the future, see if we can continue to hold it. Guys, you might hear some construction. You might hear some work in the background. I've got 3 electricians in the house. They're wiring the electrical wiring, putting it up to the kitchen that I'm renovating upstairs. So they know I'm streaming. We've got the electrical panel. They got some fuses turned off. I hope anything happens during our session. But if you hear some noise or if it trips out and the electricity, stay with me. I'll try and get it back going. But that's going on in the background, guys. Okay. I'm renovating the entire house. Okay, so sorry for my life story, guys, but you're on the journey with SST and going through our daily renovations and our daily work, okay? But we got this bearish candle coming down. We found the bottom, and now it's slowly coming back up. We're around 3,300 psychological area, okay? So it's clearly in a downtrend, okay? But we've got this block above us. We've got this block above us. This could be another higher low in the market and continue to maybe push up. But what we got to do now is go from daily to, remember we did 4-hour today? Maybe we'll incorporate that in our top down. Look at the 4-hour analysis. Lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low. That staircase coming up, and we caught that elevator coming down. Put this in your playbook. Take a snapshot of this. You're going to hear this often. Staircase going up, elevator come down. Staircase going up, elevator come down. Staircase going up, elevator coming down. If it's in a bearish trend market, okay, that's why when I'm counter buying those stairs going up, that's why I pip and dip. I get my money and I get out of the markets, or I go to a break even, because I'm always anticipating that elevator coming down, right? So start to understand that this is a technical setup. Add it to your playbook. We've been doing every single day this week. I've been telling you, take snapshots of these moves. Double bottom with a liquidity grab, put that in your playbook. Double top with a liquidity grab, put it in your playbook. The second leg is always the more powerful leg. So, we caught a buy earlier this morning prior to on the gold double bottom. We walked right into that, if you guys remember. So this is another, add it in your playbook, okay? So now that 4-hour candle came down, it's already made the low of the day, and now we're coming back up as a pin bar bearish with that volume. So can we get now 4-hour volume, next 41 minutes going into FOMC? Will it continue to trade, maybe close above this yellow daily position? Then maybe we might have a 4-hour move coming up. But you see now the most recent 4-hour bearish candle, I want to pinpoint exactly where 50% of that big body candle is, okay? That was at a particular time this morning. There's the 0.5. So what I'm going to do is, you see this yellow line? I know I placed it on the daily and it's 3313, but I'm just going to manipulate it up to that 0.5 right there, and I'm 3316.17, okay? And what I'll do with that daily line, I know it's right there, the 3313. This is where I'm going to do my point of control box right there, red. So you see, I still get it. There's my red box on the 4-hour. I'm still giving more emphasis on the 4-hour volume. It's a higher time frame coming down. We already came back up. It was a lower high and pushed down. So I'm going to pay attention to this 4-hour supply block. You can see over here, it was acting as demand, where it came down, back up, came down, back up, came down, back up, came in, back up, came down, back up. Then the elevator coming down. So this zone is now inverted as sellers, okay? So if we do come back up, it could come up and it could go back down, right? Just like if this was a 5-minute setup. It's already made an attempt so far. There's our 4-hour resistance right now. So I'll place like a white line. Normally I do this on the hourly. So, I'm looking at the 4 hours, still hourly, but it came up. So that's my hourly resistance, 3308, okay? So now if we come down bearish, we're targeting 3279. If it continues to break down, just all we got our recovery wicks down here. We could fill those, but look, when it came down there, it went back up, went back up, went back up. Those are 4-hour candles. When it came back down here, it went back up, big leg up. It came down here today. That's the lowest point. It is higher than these wicks. That could technically be a higher low and ready to move back up. I would also, 4 hours, look at the daily. This is why I got into the sell today, because I saw when it came up to that purple line, back down, came up there, back down, came up there, back down. Remember, I placed a red box right there into those bodies. I would do the same thing, okay? Just so you know, that's where those wicks got rejected, and then that big volume came in, okay? Let's move on to 1 hour now, okay? So you see 1 hour, you see now the 1 hour where I placed it at that 4 hour. Now I see it's 50% of which candle, 9 a.m. I see the 10 a.m. retest and still push down. Now I see that the 1 hour have already built one leg. So you see what I mean? It came down. It's coming up right now. It might find some resistance right here at 3301 yellow line. It might find some resistance at that hourly, let's say 3307. That might be the neckline for it to come back down. Then we see, will it actually make a double bottom? Will it be a liquidity grab? Will it be a higher low? And will it continue to drive up? When we get to that red box, that's a 4-hour supply box. It might just come up there and that's a beautiful move on the hour, but then they could just reject that shit and elevator it back down, okay? So take it line by line, bar by bar, zone by zone, okay? And just understand, use your measuring tape to, just like when you're measuring tiles or you're measuring walls, you know that from that to there, 63 pips. If it continues to move up, that's 120. Okay, don't get greedy thinking you're going to make 1,000 pips going up or 500. Take it one level at a time. Take it a zone at a time. You still got to respect that this is a big 4-hour block. You have to respect that this is a daily selling block up here. So for us to cut through here, there has to be some real positive news. Like there's got to be something to drive the demand of gold all the way up there. Okay. Right now, gold is pushing down. Okay. So What I would do is, on an hourly, like as a scalper, I would pinpoint 50% of that bullish candle. I see that now maybe 32, 94, 95 could be building some support off of this. If we pull back, I want to see if it will hold there and continue moving up. Okay. So that's what we got going on in 1 hour, 5 minutes, beautiful scalping candles. So this was earlier on. You remember that? That was the 8:30 sell. I got in on that candle, but the retest would have been proper. That would have been a snipe entry. I didn't get it, but we got the big push down. Okay, so since then, been moving lower lows. See the lower highs continuing. That was the second leg that was building right there at 10:45. But you see, it didn't have enough juice, and then they pushed it right back down. Now we created a double bottom. Beautiful. Anyone could have scalped by it. I could have got my daughter down here, 8 years old. She knows this pattern. Okay, my 8-year-old daughter, or 9. Sorry, she's 9. She's just turned 9 now. But it came down one bottom. There's the neckline. She's smart. She knows it's a white line. It came back down, double bottom, protecting the low of the day, purple line, coming back up, higher lows. You got some volume close. Anywhere in there, had you taken a buy, let's say right there, place your stop loss, you could have been tight 50% below that bullish candle that started everything, and you're still good. You're in the money. It's building. It retested proper and continued breakout. Just a trade like that. If you wait for that trade to come to you naturally, letting that thing come to you, it feels proper taking that buy for 50 pips. I don't think you should be second guessing that. Okay. After the significant drop we had, and where was it coming down to? It's coming down to a really important daily area, that 32.85. Okay, so that's why it's important to know your points of interest on the daily, even when you're scalping 1 minute or 5 minute candles. Okay, so this is what we got going up right now. It could be another staircase and then an elevator coming down. But you see this yellow line on the 5 minutes? Okay, we had support here, right over there. We had support. And then it broke down. So you see now red. So I'm stretching that. We could be walking right into this, and they could push this right back down. Okay. You're in this kind of parallel channel coming right back up, but it could now produce a double top up there. Okay. Like this was the first drop coming down, coming back up. They could drop this thing right back down. Then the bigger double bottom, consider that all one bottom. The bigger double bottom could be here, and then the big. Okay, so I see technically that this is a double bottom. Okay, the way how these down, up, that's a double bottom. You can consider this entire zone as one bottom. Look at it as like this leg. Coming down, that whole double bottom is one bottom. Coming back up, this could be our bigger neckline. And then if it drops down like this, the bigger double bottom could be there and the bigger move going back up, unless we close below that daily and then it continues to drop down. Okay, so guys, what time is it? Please don't let me lose control of the time. Okay, it's 1:25. Holy shit. Okay, I could talk for days and days and days and marathons, but guys, we only have 35 minutes. Okay, so this is gold right now. If you want to add a daily bar indicator, there it is, SST daily bar indicator. I don't know how it's going to look when we squeeze everything together, but there was our opening price. It was initially bullish, then they swept everything. We came down, now it's initially coming back up. Okay, so there's that big zone. If it continues to come in there, maybe selling pressure back down. Okay, and then if you want to add EMAs, sorry, I just moved that. If you want to add EMAs, you're welcome to. 9 and 200, we got them. Purple 200 is in the big red zone. 9 is slowly, we kind of got some volume closing above it and moving. Okay, so gold is done. It's right over here on the left. You see, guys, how it's going to look. Okay, we don't really see everything behind us, but that's why we got white line is hourly. Up here is that, I know it's not that big 4-hour zone. Daily point of interest up there, 200 EMA. If we come back down to the lowest point of the day, we're coming into a daily demand zone, and we got to pay attention to in here. Okay, so we'll watch for liquidity grabs. We'll watch for all of that. Now let's continue moving. What do we got over here? We got NASDAQ. Okay, so we're almost at 130. So Ron's got start moving. Okay, NASDAQ was real choppy during Wall Street. You guys remember that? It did kind of initially try to make out. It was a fake out, but the volume still, like if you had, which we did, we had this zone kind of trapped like the entire session. So if I continue with it and I make it neutral, what have we done since then? not much. It's just been still accumulating in here. There was a couple fake outs at Wall Street. Tried to break out there, came back in, fake breakout. Now we got some volume closing above. So yes, it could technically move a little higher, but they could slam it right back down and trade back in here. It hasn't really done anything, to tell you the truth. Okay, it's just been ranging, waiting for Powell and his conference. Okay, and then markets will start moving, and then we have after hours earnings with Microsoft and what was it? Microsoft and Meta. Yeah. So we got that coming in. Okay, so it's coiling. Both sides are accumulating. Buyers and sellers. Eventually, one side is going to win the battle. Who is it going to be? We got to go higher time frame to figure this out. Let's start on the daily. Holy shit. Okay. So we've seen this daily breaking out. It's continuing to squeeze. We know there's bearish divergence on the daily. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. This used to be double top red zone. I'm going just a little faster. I'm making it green because we did close above it. If we ever come back down there, 22,000 guys could be a nice potential buying area on any time frame. If a 1 minute candle comes down all the way down there, I'll be paying attention to 22,000 for maybe a possible bounce buy. If you're an investor or swing trader, you might be waiting for a daily or 4-hour candle to come down 22,000. Okay, whatever it is, that's a block. Acknowledge it, stretch it into the future. Let's continue. What do we see up here? Okay, so I'm starting now. I see the all-time high. It's right up there. There's our all-time high, orange line. We just hit it yesterday. Okay. What is the most kind of recent low since the all-time high? We don't have anything registered yet. It's just we got higher low, continue to drive. Okay. So we haven't really slammed down yet. It's in this very parabolic upwards bullish channel. Okay. And it's continuing to drive. Now let's find some critical areas. Right here, this was a red zone. It was a red zone in the past. If you don't believe me, go back and just do the color system. I can't do it right now because I got to continue going. But that was red. That candle closed above. It's green now. It's still support. Have we came down into it? No. That most recent wick right there. But look at where the daily bodies are kind of hugging around here. This got to be a point of interest on the daily. Between you and me, we got to mark that down. Okay. Whether you want to or not, just put a yellow line somewhere around here because you got a wick. You got a body closing above. You had a retest. You got another body. You got another body. Just impulse moves down. 23,050. Perfect psychological area. Put a yellow line there. Ask questions after. Not right now. Okay. Just put a yellow line there and just watch it and see. Put an alert. And if volume comes to you, then, just look what happens and then we'll have a discussion after that. But for now, I got to get cooking. Okay. So we got to continue moving. That's why I tell you guys, subscribe to the channel, join us daily. You'll know exactly. You'll probably know where I'm placing these lines before I even place them. Some of you guys are getting better at this than me. Okay. And I love that. Good. You guys can take over the torch and you guys start doing this because I'm getting older. You can see the gray hair. Can you see it on the side? Look at those grays. It's funny because I did the front of my hair and then everyone's like, Ron, you got nice hair, but you got your grays. I'm like, it's better being gray than being bald, so I don't care. But we're getting older, so if anyone wants to take over the torch, grab it, okay, and go, because this is taking a toll on us. Okay, so continuing. How are we looking? So just look, the bullish ignited candle started on Monday. We've retested it yesterday. We got another bullish ignited start today. And it's moving higher. Okay, it's got a higher low. Okay, now let's start kind of dissecting this big bullish candle. That's a very important candle. Just cut it in half, 50% right there. I can already see the retap. It's already hit it. So just look at the number, guys. Beautiful number, 23,175. If you don't know why I go with 125, 150, 175, 200, subscribe to the channel and you'll learn, okay? But right over here, okay, now what do we have? Let's mark our yesterday. Yesterday, okay, opened bullish breakout. That was our all-time high. 23,535. They slammed it down. They brought it down, closed right there. Look at today how we opened. We should have opened bearish and dropped. It didn't. Why? Because the bullish ignited open. What time is it? 1:32. Okay, so right there, that would be where I would place a yellow line. But however, this is our low of the day, so I'm going purple. Okay, that's our low of the day. Bullish ignited start. So we've already pushed up. We've already engulfed. Look at how we were barcoding. Blue, black, we're coming up blue. Did we break a critical point of interest? Yes, we did. Where? Right here. this candle and this candle. Look at, there's closing and opening positions. That's got to be a yellow line. Whether you want to place it there or not, just place it. 23,389 and 50 cents. If we do come back down there, who knows? Maybe that will hold support and we find some support and we continue driving up. But now we came up and look, we failed to register new highs. We're nowhere near that all-time high. We haven't even came up to test like Monday's high right there. So you got to place a line right there. We've got our all-time high, and then right on our top line today, purple. That's our high of the day. Let's just do the math. It's lower than this candle here. It's also lower than the all-time high. So there is selling pressure pushing down. There is sellers absorbing this all-time high move, right? All-time highs are not going to go all-time high forever. There has to be some point in time when it's going to come back down to reality. It will come back down when? I don't know. Will it be today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year? I don't know. That's why we got to watch if bearish volume will start to close below these critical zones to start. There has been sellers trying right here to drop it. Didn't happen. There were sellers right there on that day. Didn't happen. There were sellers when it comes down and gets a wick. There was selling pressure. There's selling pressure still coming from the top from the all-time high. And just the buying pressure is too strong right now. They're getting squeezed. We also have the big earnings. 4 huge of the Magnificent 7 companies are reporting today and tomorrow, okay? Microsoft, Meta, Apple, and Amazon, okay? Those are 4 of the biggest companies in the world. That's why there's still pressure to continue pushing on anticipation on good earnings with those companies. If they're a disappointment, let's say all 4 of those companies shit the bed, and then you're going to see an elevator coming down. I guarantee you that. We'll revisit this call if that's the case, okay? This is staircases going up, but the elevator has not came down yet. Maybe on FOMC, there could, or after earnings, or next month. After we get through all of July, we get through NFP, then you start a new month. That could be the month of selling pressure leading into September. I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, so bullish daily candle. If we want to look at the 4-hour, look at the 4-hour candles are trading. Up, top, come back down, found support, didn't break there, came back up, second top, liquidity grab, all-time high break, coming right back down. See how it's holding the neckline right here? Okay, so it's holding the neckline. We're still in this consolidation, but it is slowly making its way back up, okay? But, you know, we have to acknowledge this area, okay? I'm going to look what I'm doing here, okay? So if you don't know what I'm doing, just pay attention right here real quick. Okay, so what did I do right there? I just kind of grabbed that block where those 4-hour candles were trading in, back down. Here, it traded in. I know that was the all-time high break, but look at where the volume closed. It closed back in this red zone, and then they dropped it. So we could be technically coming in here today. Right now, 25 minutes going in FOMC, this 4-hour candle will close. We might be closing near the high. It might be an ignited 4-hour candle that wants to cut through this. Who knows? Maybe we come and fill that all-time high wick and continue to break out. That's possible, but it's also possible that maybe it came up, back down, came up, they got the liquidity, back down, coming up again, maybe like a third top to slam this shit down. Then it comes down, and if we lose here, this support right here, I'm doing all my analysis on the 4 hours. I don't even need to go into the 1 hour, but we will right there. Okay, so there is. You see, guys, we're just in this range right now, like going up, down, up, down. If this was 5 minutes, 5-minute candles are accumulating. Like I would be, again, I'd be sitting, waiting, you know, for a move up here or a move down here. That's what we got to watch for, okay? Do we have already a trend in place on the 4 hours? Yes, we do. Like if I go look at the trend line. Oh my God, okay? So normally with the 4 hours or hourly, I go white. Let's just go white to, like, look at this, okay? Came down, back up. It came, retested it, back up, holding it, hugging it, continue to go up. If this breaks, guys, look at this. If we get a 4-hour or hourly candle break below here, retest this, there's your elevator coming down. I promise you that. Okay, down to here, down to there, maybe possibly in the green box. And that's when could do something like this, okay? But, you know, that's how it's trading right now. 4 hours, let's go into the 1 hour. Okay, look at the 1 hours now. Okay, there's that liquidity grab. There's your top, there's your double top liquidity grab. There was your extended move to the downside, holding support, continuing to trade sloppy in here. But again, this is sloppy, right? You can see how sloppy it is because we've had so much news, so much shit going on this week that the market is just continuing. This could be a huge bull flag for all we know. Like just continuing to, it's coming from this rally, double bottom, rally back up, holding in here. Maybe it could technically break out for new higher high. I don't doubt it. If Microsoft, if Meta, if Apple and Amazon hit it out of the park, guarantee we're going to have new highs. Okay. And these short sellers are going to get squeezed like crazy. Okay. So on the 5 minutes, this is what we got going on the fives. Okay. We had that sloppy market open right here at 9:30. Not much happened. Okay, moved up, moved back down, double bottom, came back up. Okay, you look at it right now, like the 5 minutes. If I was looking for a trade right now, right there, you can see where there's good 5 minute structure support. As soon as that thing breaks, it tried to break, false breaks. As soon as you get maybe one bar, bearish bar, closing below there, retesting this, I would sell that. I would sell it right down to that yellow line. I would go in, possibly look for quick little scalp of 15, maybe drop 50% right in there, 20, 25 pips right in there. Grab my money, get out, because there's buyers buying up here. So, I'm selling right into them, exchange the bag, I collect the money, I give them the bag because they might be buying it back up. Okay, that's how simple transactions work in the markets. This is what we got going on the fives. We can add our daily bar indicator. It's going to get busy, guys. I told you that. Okay, so look, oh shit, we got a bullish daily candle. Okay, opening, ignited, all the way up to the high. We just hit the high of the day right there at 1220, and now it's pushing down. We're still holding all of this. So we got daily point of interest right here. If I just want to go with 50% of where the bullish volume is right now, I could cut this candle in half and but I know it's just right above this yellow line. Okay, so if you want to add some indicators, add indicators as much as you want. Okay. The 200 EMA is aligning with us, with our daily point of interest yellow line. Okay, so that's strong support. Anytime it comes down to the 200, now we got confluence that we also have a daily point of interest there as well. If it breaks, we got that natural trend line coming up. Maybe it will be a higher low and continue to move. But yeah, so looking good. That's NASDAQ. What time is it? 1:40. Okay, I got to get the next chart done in the next 5-10 minutes. We saved the best for last. Okay, Miss Jones, we did this for a particular reason. We save her last. Okay, we get gold out of the way, we get NASDAQ out of the way, and now we got to take a look at Miss Jones and how pretty she's trading today. Even when it trades, like tough, it's always pretty. Okay, this is Ms. Jones. Nobody disrespects Ms. Jones. Okay, I take it personally. I'm just joking. Okay, so let's get ready, guys. Welcome. 160 viewers on YouTube. Thank you, guys. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, if you guys are excited for FOMC, hit the likes. We do appreciate it, guys. Early in the morning, I think we had over 300 likes. That's the first time I've seen 300 likes in months. So thank you, guys. I'm very bullish about that. And the more we get that, the more you'll see me doing longer sessions. All sessions. We'll do Tokyo, we'll do London, we'll do pre-New York, we'll do post-New York, we'll do New York, we'll do power hour, anything. I don't care, okay? Just we got to find good volume to trade in good securities, whatever it is, okay? So this is what we got going on 5 minutes. Again, let's start off on the daily. Quick analysis. Let's continue moving here, okay? So always, please, just get in the habit. Like, I'm doing this every day with you guys because sometimes we start fresh. I don't do this normally when I'm trading because I've already established this back in February. My birthday is February. So I've already had this extended in the future. I told you till 2027. Okay. So this is just me being repetitive, doing this stuff every single day. I don't normally do this every single day, fresh charts. I normally do all my analysis over the weekends and I watch how the volume moves throughout the week. I pick my time frame that I want to trade. If I want to trade 4-hour candles, we'll get on and I'll show you how to do 4-hour candles, but don't expect to sit and scalp every single candle because we'll be watching 4-hour. And then when 4-hour gets to a particular zone, we can drop it down, watch hour, 15-minute, 5-minute. That's when we can start scalping, but we can watch the bigger moves. If you guys are cool with that, I'm cool with that. But it doesn't always have to be 1 minute just scalping, crazy stuff. Like, we'll do that. Those are fun sessions. But if you're learning, you're going to get lost. It's going to be too fast. Believe me. Okay, so what do we see now on this daily over here? Okay, we had the one top drop, kind of double bottom pickup. Okay, that was Trump's what was that? No, December. Sorry, that was over here. This big drop. That was closing the year all the way down there. Then it came back up. New year coming back. Double top drop. Okay, came in there again. Dropped. Came in again. They dropped it. Look at this big gapped up candle. Friday they gapped it up. They took out all of the pending orders, all those all-time high orders. Okay, so this could be a clue that this market wants to sell off, but it's just not there yet. Okay, so do we have a good area of support? Absolutely. Like if your eyes don't see this, we got to go to the eye clinic and we got to get our eyes checked out. Okay, because it's holding support. You can see the candle came right in there and stopped and went back up. Okay, so that's a pivot. Stopped right in there. There's a green zone. Okay, that would be the big neckline where the market will really drop if we break that. And if it drops, it's going to go all the way down like yeah, it could drop, but you also have this structure behind you. This was resistance at one point. There was resistance. There was resistance. There it closed above kind of barcode, and there's your next zone. Okay, so I don't think we're going to drop all the way down there today, but just preparing yourself for what to look for. Now what we got to look for is, okay, what's going on now? Do we have any points of interest on these daily candles? Yes, we do have one right here. Yellow line. Why? Look how it came down, stopped right there, went back up. Okay, and then this one, look at the gap down Friday. There's the Monday gap down. They came back up, then they slammed it back down. So we got volume closing above that yellow line, and look at the retest. The retest last Friday, July 18. Retest right there, Tuesday, July 22. Still holding. Do we got some good immediate support now? Yeah, I would be looking at this neckline right here, where we got a body, a wick. Now we got closing volume. So see how it's still holding as support right now. I'll go more in depth when we start kind of dissecting going inside here. Okay. So what we got to look at is now this yellow line is kind of the closing position and the opening position of today. And it coincides with resistance right there. It coincides with a nice psychological number, 44,600. Doesn't get any more psychological than that. Okay. So what we got to look at is when it opened, technically, did it take out yesterday's low, or is it an equal low or a lower low? Let's just talk facts. Place a purple line and just connect the dots. Did it go below that? Yes, it did. So technically, that's a lower low. So if we're trending down, they've already put the lower low in. And looking back up now. So it came back up after it made the low back to the opening position. And it came all the way back up. Where? Around 50%. And what happened? There's sellers there. Okay, it doesn't surprise me that there's sellers on a big bearish daily candle. Okay, that's the high of the day pushing down. Look at where it is. It's also positioned at a perfectly positioned closing candle and an opening candle and a retest candle. So 44,736 in here, still holding down. If I look from up here, that was a huge gapped up liquidity grab candle. It's disgusting when you see that, but that's the way how markets work. That's why you always got to be careful trading Friday and going in over the weekend. Shit like this can happen. So they faked out all those buyers all-time high and brought it right back down. It retested already 50% of that daily candle. There's your retest, okay? And it's already been valid, verified, pushed down. Closing bar, close below here. Now we're getting a retest of this. We could easily lose our daily candle volume and continue to see US 30 continue to drop. However, we could see it build back up to and start to drive into here. Okay, so what I look at now is one more position. If it breaks the low of the day, where are we going down? Where? So you got to look at how it was trading prior. Where can we see? Maybe I would go with a little bit. If you don't know, I would go somewhere right here. Body, kind of 50% there. If you don't know from the purple to the yellow line, what is the best thing to do? Just figure out where half of it is. Just use a psychological zone. If I did that and I place a yellow line right there, at the halfway point, right there. That's what I just did, from the purple to that yellow line. That's when in doubt, when you can't figure it out, always go in the middle and look at where it is. It's positioned perfectly at that body and that body where I was gonna place it, okay? So you can see how psychological the markets are. Sometimes you don't even have to look at a candlestick anymore. You can just look at the lines, okay? Now, what do we see? I see one top. I see a neckline. Consider all of this like a double top and ready to position itself down. I know there's that crazy candle that came up there, but to me, that's just a manipulated candle from Friday transition to a Monday where they came up. They hit all the pending orders. Yes, they did create the all-time high, but they could be dropping it and following this and then follow this leg back down. But we got to break this yellow line, and then we get into a big green box if it comes down there. So you got to, trade accordingly, right? Now 4 hour, what time is it? 1:47. Okay, so there's that, that gap up. Okay, so remember what we say: gaps will eventually get filled. At when? At some particular time. This one filled pretty quickly. See where they gapped it up, and then look at how they filled that gap, and then look at how it came and retested again that gap and rejected. Staircase coming up, elevator coming down. Now look at the 4 hour candles. They're kind of real consolidated. They're coiling up. We could coil up to continue to break out, but what are the 4 hour candles doing so far? They filled that gap, came down here, came back up, lower high, came back down, lower low, coming back up, equal highs right there. So technically, are we going to move back down and continue to push down into here? That's a possibility. But also, we got a little building blocks going on. It's building so far, accumulating. Maybe we will push out of here. Okay, so it's hard to say right now. And then draw yourself a nice trend line. Okay, right here. Okay, kind of connect the dots. Okay, if you can connect the lines. Whatever you want. I can go down there and connect it like that, but I want to stay kind of consistent. See, right there, kind of right there where it came back down into there, came back up. Here it held. There it kind of just broke down. But the volume might still be coming in. That little ascending channel right there, that apex could continue to fill in there and squeeze back up. I know we've violated the trend right now, but we haven't really broke down yet. Okay, so that's what's going on the daily 4 hours. Sorry, and looking at the 1 hour now. Wow, 1 hour is disgusting. Like, look at how sloppy this is. It's been sloppy since, wow, yesterday, okay? So real sloppy. Indecision, FOMC, trade careful, okay? It's really looking sloppy right now. Going into the 5 minutes, okay, this is what we got going on the fives, okay? It was, it's nice for scalping, but it's not good for looking for long moves, right? It came up there, came back down. That was a nice little buy up there, came back up and coming back down. Just trading inside here. Look at our opening day candle. We opened, made a low, came up, we made our high, and this is what we're holding. Okay, so it's hard to say what we got going on, but so far there's a little bit of 5 minute support right here holding. We do have our resistance above us. We're 10 minutes away from FOMC. Adding some 9 EMA, 200 EMA. We're right at the EMAs. I don't like trading when the EMAs are together because then I know it's consolidating. I like to trade when when the 9 is diverging away from the 200. I like buying pullbacks. I like selling when the 9 is diverging below the 200, and I like selling pullbacks. Okay, so right now when they're together, I don't like trading this. Too much indecision. Too much. It's not good volume to trade right now, okay? So, guys, we got financial juice over here on the left. We'll see all of Powell's remarks in here. We'll read it live together. We have we have gold over here on the left. We have NASDAQ in the middle and US 30 on the right side, okay? You choose which security you want to trade. I'll try and break down everything as it's going on live. I'll try my best. That's all I can do, okay? All I can ask you guys to do is trade with proper risk management. If you want to over leverage, all the best to you. I'm not here to, tell you what to do. You should all be adults and know what to do. But if you want to over leverage and just be prepared for the drawdown and the potential emotional, psychological swings that you could be going through, and don't complain if you get stopped out and you lose like that, okay? It's not real trading, okay? Real trading is trading appropriate with proper risk management. If you made some gains from earlier this morning, go to your trading plan, your account plan. How much of that are you risking? I'm not risking a lot on this FOMC. I've already made my daily goal. Do I want to go now just gamble it away in FOMC? No, I'll risk a little bit, but if I lose that, that's it. I still want to walk away today knowing that I got some money in my pocket. I don't want to just blow it away just because it's FOMC and it's Powell talking. I know that there's better trading tomorrow. There's the next day. There's next month. There's everything. Don't go trading crazy right now, okay? If you want to gamble, go to the casino. Get it out at the casino. This is business for most traders, okay? So we take it very serious. But maybe you got to learn, like how I learned. I used to over leverage FOMC. I used to go hard on NFPs, and then one candle, I got clapped a couple times, lose $5,000, $10,000, and then start scratching your head after and figure out what the hell just happened in a couple minutes. If you want to go through that, believe me, I've gone through that for you guys. That's why my hair fell out and I'm got gray hairs. I went through that for you guys. Okay. I suggest don't go through there. Okay. Okay. So Trump has already started talking. Keeping interest rates high is hurting people. That's true. High interest rates do hurt people. But tariffs also hurt consumers too, because that's another hidden tax that you're putting on consumers. A lot of consumers don't know about how tariffs work. But yeah, tariffs also are hurting are hurting people. Mr. Trump, I hear Fed will cut rates in September. Okay, we heard that too. Powell has hinted that. We'll see coming out of Powell's mouth. Maybe, not just hints, we'll actually hear it coming out of Powell's mouth. Powell is always too late, even if he does it today. Okay, Trump said it, not me. BRICS is an attack on the dollar. Yes, BRICS has been an attack on the dollar since it was created back in like 2014. So shouldn't be surprise to anybody. It was designed to combat the US dollar. That's what it was designed to do between these countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Okay. And they also have Saudi Arabia and other 40 nations getting in on it. So, but that's not new. This is not news today. Okay. That's been around for a long, long time, years now. Okay. So, what is everyone trading? Okay. I'll be focusing myself on, I like the way how gold is trading today. I'm not going to lie. I like the way how gold is trading. And I like US 30. Those will be what I will be looking at. But if I see a setup on NASDAQ, I'll take a setup on NASDAQ. Okay. But what is everyone? Make sure you got something that you're focusing on, like your main security out of these three. Okay. Because it's very hard to juggle all three at the same time. Red, you got NASDAQ and maybe gold if we come over a strong breakout. Trevor, NASDAQ is moving. Yeah, it's moving, but it's in this tough consolidation. But it is still making, technically, we got higher lows. But, we could be coming into that big red zone where it could be an elevator coming down. But also, guys, liquidity grabs also. Gold, Bence, Mike Gold, Ricardi Gold. What are you guys? A lot of you guys, okay, YouTube, I know you guys love gold. LeFaith Gold, Stacy Gold. Okay. And is anyone in a trade prior to the Fed's 2 p.m.? That's another thing, guys. Okay. So you see, we're trading in this little range right here, but you might see a massive candle. Okay. So don't be surprised if you see big, larger candles than what we've seen right now. Okay. You got to expect maybe 2 to 3x the amount of volume to enter on news. So if your average NASDAQ candle, for example, is approximately, let's say 15 pips, multiply that by 2 or 3. You might see candle bodies that are now 30, 45 pips. So same with US 30. The average candle right now, let's say, for example, is, holy shit, average candle being about 30 pips on US 30. You might see 60, 90 to 100 pip candle in 5 minutes. Okay. So if you're using a tight stop loss of 10, 20, 30 pips, you'll easily be taken out of your position, either if you're a buyer or seller, because that range will be so large. So that's, again, that's why you got to know what contract size you're using, what size of lot size you're using, whether you're trading in the futures market, you're trading with Forex, whatever you're trading. Okay. This is what we got to manage. But regardless, I'm telling you guys, I will be waiting for 5 minutes. Okay. I know I love trading the 1 minutes and I watch the 1 minute bodies, but I'm going to wait for a full 5 minutes, see what happens, watch big bullish candles, watch bearish candles, all of these things. I'll be watching. Okay. Good luck to everybody. Just try. The best thing that I want on this call is nobody to blow up their account. Okay. Let's try that. Hopefully no one blows up their account today. Like if you blow up your account past daily drawdown limits, you are a reckless gambler and you need to go to counseling to get, you should not be doing this, guys. Okay. If you are, I don't know how else to help you. I know if I take a loss, I might lose a couple $100. I'm okay with that. It's well within my risk, and I'm still on top today. So, but right, I'm not going to be trading with crazy lot sizing. Okay, so here's 2.5 minutes ago. Just a quick little recap for all of those traders that are going to ask a million questions. I know that what you guys are going to ask prior to us even doing anything. We got our federal funds rate coming out 2 p.m. FOMC statement. Those numbers will come out. We're going to see market movement. But the biggest thing is here at 2:30, Powell coming out. Okay, the press conference. That those hints, that forward guidance. If he suggests a rate cut coming in September, the market. When I say market, I mean the U.S. stock market. So S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones could rally to the upside on an interest rate cut or anticipation forward guidance that it is. What would that do? Maybe that would strengthen U.S. dollar, and then gold would continue selling off. Okay, so those are just some observations of what could happen. Okay, even if there's a possibility of just a pause, the market will still trade, take out liquidity up here, come down there, but we'll watch again. We'll follow it candle by candle, going to Powell and his conference. We'll see if there's some good structural areas to trade. Anything. Okay, let's just take it 5 minutes at a time here. We're 1 minute away. Okay, we're gonna go till 3 p.m. Eastern, and then I gotta do a few other things. And then don't forget, guys, after hours at 4:05, you got Microsoft and you got Meta reporting, and Donald Trump is speaking at 4 p.m. after hours. Okay, has nothing to do with what's going on here. He's speaking for something else, but he's taking questions. Someone might ask him, "Hey, what did you think about Powell at the FOMC?" And Trump will talk. Okay, here we go, guys. Pick one security, please, and I normally I have one kind of zoom in. It's kind of difficult to do it. You see the daily bar indicator. I don't want to lose it. Okay, trying to zoom in as properly as possible. Okay. 20 seconds to go. Gold on the left, NASDAQ middle, US 30 on the right. Okay. Good luck to everybody. Trade proper. Trade with proper risk management. Hopefully electricians don't cut out my power, and we're good to go. Here's the open. Okay, so it just flashed bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. Okay, that's NASDAQ. US 30 hasn't taken off. Gold already moving bullish. Okay, so the US dollar is dropping right now. It might be pending still. No, it's out 4.5. No change. Okay, so no change. Back to regular scheduled programming. Let's just watch now, okay? So the market is reacting to no change, to a pause, which 95% of the analysts have been saying for days now. So the market should not be surprised about a pause, okay? It would have been more significant if it was an increase or a decrease. Right now, the market is still moving, okay? Just on that number, okay? So what we'll do is we'll wait for this 5-minute bar to settle down, to close. We'll figure out where it closes, and then we'll get ready for the next 25 minutes for Powell to come in and talk about why he decided to pause and listen for that forward guidance and maybe a rate cut in September. Okay. So this candle opened bullish, ignited on gold, pushed up right into a little bit of resistance right here, got a wick, got rejected. Okay, and then NASDAQ opened bearish, went up bullish, and it's a spin top, indecision. And same with US 30. Just came up, back down. So we're still just trading in here as if, for example, there was no news. Just another spin top candle. Okay, trading right in here. But we got to continue to understand that it did take out a previous high. So it did create that higher high, which could create momentum to continue to drive up. However, when it came up there, it got rejected rather quickly. Okay, so let's just continue. Emmanuel, wow. You're sitting out on FOMC, sitting on 8,000 profit. Emmanuel, wow. Congratulations, sir. Mohamed, you're up 3% today, so you sit it out. Oh, this is music to my ears. I love this, guys. I know I can hear them drilling in the background, but this is beautiful music to my ears, guys. Well done. You guys are trading like professionals. Trevor, 25% today. Am I reading that? Or 2.5? 25%. Why are you even on this call? Trevor, you gotta get out of here. Oh my God, man. Wow. If I hit 25% today, I probably would have canceled today's call and I would have been at the pub right now. Wow. Okay. So look at the indecision on gold. Okay. If you traded that candle, it came up bullish. Did you do anything up there? You probably didn't have enough time. It's coming back down. Where will the bodies close? So look at now. We're moving bearish. Okay. So let's see when it's going to close in the next 2 minutes. Oh, I need another coffee. Okay, so we got a little bit maybe of a double top up here on US 30 with a retest. Okay, see when it came up, came back down, came up, back down. There we came up, and then there's bringing it back down. Will it close below some structure here on US 30? It's very similar on NASDAQ and gold too. Came up, coming back down. Let's see where it's going to close. 1 more minute and 20 seconds. Oh shit, that's the worst. Barney, your broker has froze. Oh, I hate that. Take screenshots or whatever if you're in any trades. One time that happened to me too, and it sucks. I was in an open trade too when it happens. It happens from time to time. Oh, you're not in a position. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we're closing now in 48 seconds. Okay, and then also look at the volume. Okay, so the volume of NASDAQ is still kind of concentrated. If I was to consolidate all of that or box all that volume in, yeah, we just had a nice break to the high, break to the low. So they swept both pending orders, sell side, buy side liquidity, and the volume is still, inside the box. So we got to wait to see who's going to continue to push it down. What's the move going to be? Same with gold, indecision, right below the red zone, okay, and below the daily position. So we might get further dropping down or just further consolidation. So first 5 minutes, okay? So Fed, recent indicators suggest growth of economic activity moderated in the first half of 2025. Inflation remains somewhat elevated, unemployment rate remains low, and the labor market conditions remain solid. Preparing to lower the funds rate by 1/4 of a percentage point. Trump signed a proclamation address the effects of copper imports on American national security. Okay, so gold is retested. Let's see if it will fill that wick. Okay, coming back up. If you want to kind of push down with that volume, you're welcome to. But let's see if it continues to come back up. It didn't take out that low. So maybe it has one more leg that wants to come down to take out that low. It's coming right back up. Okay. This might be that leg next coming back down. NASDAQ and US 30 are still inside the box. Okay. So there it is. Tweezer bottom low so far. Okay. So can it continue to go up and come back down and break that? Okay. It is. Man, I missed out on a quick little scalp sell. I understand it, but kind of waiting to see more confirmed volume if it can close below these bodies. Those to me just look like wicks, but it did technically break that low. Okay, so I'm just going to watch and see where that body closes. I'm still interested in NASDAQ and US 30, still trading inside here. Okay, we got the news, guys. You're welcome to read the news over here on the left side. You guys are down with fusion markets? No, mine is still moving. You guys are down? Matt, you're down with the US, with fusion? SHZ, you too? Is anyone having issues with fusion too? Yeah, I am now. Yeah. You guys, mine is frozen too, fusion. Fuck, it hasn't done this in a long, long time. Oh my God. Okay, I'll keep you posted. You guys keep me posted if it turns back on. Yeah, let's see. Shit. Okay. Does anyone have backup accounts? I have a backup account. I'm going to go to my backup account here. Okay, for all of us that are continuing to trade and don't have any issues with Fusion, hopefully if you have a backup account, they're waiting for Trump in his purple, or Powell in his purple tie. Yeah, try logging off and logging back in. Okay, I'm going to go to my other account here. Trevor, you're on Fusion and it's working. Okay, that's good. Maybe, it's getting started back up. Mine is frozen. Okay, that's good news. We got someone that's Fusion is working. Oh shit, guys. Sorry, I'm not a broker. It affects me too. That's who I trade with. But I got to go to a backup account now. Okay, so anyways, let's get back to trading. There's other traders who are trading. So it did take out that low. Again, spin top, indecision on gold. So, it's still undecided where it wants to go. We see NASDAQ building a little bit, coming back up. I think the market might make a move, but more so it's waiting for Powell to come out. Okay, so yeah, you can look for a trade. Dow came up, back down, lower highs, could continue to push down, but it could just come down, back up, trade inside here. I'm not too confident on the volume right now, and I don't have my Fusion yet, so I have it's on now. We got it back on. Okay, I think Phil Horner, the CEO, heard me calling him out. Okay, we're back. Everyone good on Fusion? Phil Horner, get your shit together at Fusion Markets. What are you doing freezing us during FOMC? Okay, we're back. Everybody back with Fusion? We messaged Phil Horner. Not yet, boom? Okay, it'll come back. Should be coming back, guys. I don't feel comfortable taking a trade if you guys don't have your broker working. Okay, so that's just me personally. Like if we were a team together, we're trading together. I don't feel comfortable taking trades if you guys don't have your brokers going. I'll wait for you guys. You guys give me the signal when you guys are good. Otherwise, I got to go trade with my backup account, and I got different spreads with that. Okay. Okay, so I'm on Fusion too. It's going, but I have my backup as well. Okay, so let's just continue watching. We just closed. Okay, so it came back up, ignited, pushing. The US dollar is dropping right now. Okay, so okay, we're back in business. You might see gaps on your provider during that delayed when it froze. You might see gaps. Okay, I can assure you that there's no gaps in the markets. Everything is legitimately trading. Okay, so if we get gold closing above here, okay, we might be able to invert this red box green and build off of it and continue to drive up. However, it could come back down and close below here and then come back down one more leg. Okay, it looks like it came up, lower high, pushed up. NASDAQ still kind of consolidated. Luckily, we don't have crazy good volume to trade. So for those of you guys that had your broker freeze, you didn't miss out on anything, I assure you, but should be up and running. Is Fusion running for you guys? Mine is up and running. I'll call Phil Horner on this call. I'll put him on the call, and you guys can hear from him. This is unacceptable from a book broker. Maybe you guys made too much pips this morning, and they shut us down. We've had that happen. Okay, my Forex funds, we've had it happen before. You guys, it's you, Trevor. 25% today. It's you causing this. You glitched Fusion Markets. Fusion is telling you, step away from the market, sir. They froze your account. Okay, guys. So NASDAQ is still, look, like, guys, indecision. Okay, let's not trade this shitty volume right now. Okay, I guarantee you it will change when Powell opens his mouth or his tie. I see markets. Darn is crashed too. Holy shit, guys. What's going on with brokers? I remember back in the day when I was trading 10, 15 years ago, I never heard of brokers going down. Never, never. You know, now there's just too much shit going on in these financial markets. Wow. Okay. Fusion is back. You're good? Okay, yeah. Mark, your ICM is working. Someone else's ICM markets went down. So Mark, just heads up. It kind of, guys, takes away from, you know, the session, but we gotta remain safe. Okay, if your broker is glitching out and you do take trades and it freezes on you, make sure you get screenshots or video record while you're in a trade so you can be reimbursed from anything, because you won't be allowed to then manually take yourself out if it freezes. Okay, so just be careful. Okay, so gold coming right back down. Now let's see where it's going to close. A shooting bar, liquidity. Okay, that could be a double top in itself. Get ready. We might be walking into a potential sell opportunity in gold. Out of these two, I think gold might be, it's hard to say the cleanest, but you know, I'm just watching the volume. Broke above there, came back down, closed right there, came back up, came down, took out that low, came up one more time, lower high, dropping. This could be that shooting star engulfing bar, double top. You know, if you can't see the double top, you got to smoke some weed like me. Come up, there's the neckline coming back up. There's your M. Mind you, there's two liquidity wicks above us, okay? But that looks like an M. But we do have those long wicks to fill, which can be filled with this type of volume and this momentum. Okay, so let's see where it will close. Okay, now US 30 and NASDAQ are starting to move down. Okay, US dollar is starting to gain a little bit of strength, but maybe this could be a fake out. Here it comes. Here's the close. Get ready. Okay, closing near the low. Let's see if it comes up bullish a little bit. It's an ignited bearish bar, but let's see if it just comes up just a little bit, you know, for a retest. Possibly into 50% of the body, but more importantly, if it can retest the red zone. Also, in like US 32, looks like a potential clean setup to sell down with this, but gold is probably maybe the better one here. Okay, still hanging down. It's got this bearish doji candle. One more attempt, will it come up, or is it ready to go down? Is a small doji still hanging around here? It's ready to go down. Okay. Okay, I'm going to enter. I've waited enough. I'm going to place my stop loss above the red zone, okay? And I want to maybe get a proper wick fill down to there, maybe drop down to that hourly white line. I'm going to test out a gold sell. I know it's early. We didn't wait for Powell. He's coming out in 15 more minutes, but I just want to see if we can kind of fill these wicks and maybe continue dropping down just a little bit. A wick fill would be approximately 15 pips, and then dropping down there could be about 30, 40, okay? So let's just see if we can continue to push and take out that low right there. I like that double top. I like those liquidity grabs. Yes, I know we haven't retested, so it could technically, like how it did to me this morning, it could come back up and retest there and then drop. But there it goes. Okay, so guys, that's a move down to there. The 15 pips. Let's see if it can break. Okay, break. We grab 20 easy to 25. That's when I would be lowering my risk at least. One more just quick push. I don't want to see those equal bottom lows. Don't do this to me. Come on, with this volume, we need to break this. Because then if it's holding, I can pretty much guarantee you we're going to come back and possibly retest this. So let's see if we can break right now. Oh, there was a nasty fucking wick. Are you serious? Oh, there it was. That was that nasty wick. Oh, shit. It's nasty, guys. It's like the market is listening to us. I got to do sign language now. I can't tell you where I enter these markets. That's fucking gross. Fuck the market makers. Okay, but technically cut line, 50% of that candle, we're still below it. See if we can get that added pressure to continue push down. Oh, man. Guys, that's going to come back and haunt me. Watch. Can't stress to you guys the importance of that technical play right there. It sucks. But we got 2 more minutes. We got to follow this body of this volume. Where will it close? It could possibly flip and come up for the retest. That's why my stop is just placed above it, just in case there is a retest, just like this morning. Very, very, very similar setup. Oh, they got me with that wick right there. Okay, so the candle body flipped, holding good support right there. 32.97, not breaking momentarily. So then the candle body flips, turns into a bullish pin bar, could turn into a hammer, and then start retesting 50% of that body or the red zone. Hopefully, if the sellers can continue to absorb and bid down in here, maybe we might be able to close a little bit below here, and then maybe with the next bar, we might be able to continue to push down. Okay, but it's hard when you don't create those new lower lows, especially when they're those equal lows. It's how the markets hold. You know, like I've tried to explain this to you guys many, many times on these, and I'm showing you guys the results of what happened. So I'm still holding my sell position, but we got to now, in the next 1 minute, come down. So are we coming down with 15-minute pressure? Are we coming down with 30-minute pressure? Yes, we are. Okay, so let's see if the 30-minute candle, which is going to close in 10 minutes, can continue to break down a little bit. Staircase going up. Let's see if we get some elevated pressure coming down. I'd like to see it come down and start breaking. Come on. So it's another attempt near the low with last 40 seconds. So this is where it's going to start to, close with conviction. Can they? Holy shit. I'm probably going to swear again if we see another one. I apologize if you got any children in your room with you guys, or you don't want to hear me swear. So it's just, oh my God. I'm biting my lip right now so I don't offend anyone on the call. You might even see a keyboard get smashed. Maybe live you'll see a keyboard get smashed. Who knows? You never know what will happen on these live calls. Oh, that is so gross. Okay, here's the close. Close with a little bit of bearish volume. Okay, so we got those wicks coming back up. Will it attempt 50% of that previous candle, and can we drop down and fill those wicks? Here's the bullish body coming right back up. So it's probably going to retest here, maybe come up and trigger those stops. I'm not just the only one trying to short this move. There's a lot of protective stops up here. But let's see what plays out here. So that was those equal lows. You see? Oh, man. This is going to come back and hurt me here. As much as I hate this, and normally I close the trade early, this one I'm going to let play out to come into this zone up here. If I was scalping on the 1 minutes, would I have done anything? Yeah, probably on that one I would have missed out. But then when that next one came down right there, I probably would have gone to a break even at least. But yeah, so the market is punishing me. That's that equal bottom low. Okay, so you guys see how it plays out. There it is. They shut it down from, now it's coming right back up. So if this kind of closes above here, I don't want to be in a sell. Like, this shit could start to break out bullish, and I don't want to be involved in that. I'm giving it more than enough room. Now it actually is transacting in the red zone. It hit that daily point of interest. Now, is there going to be bigger sellers than just small 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute traders in here? Now we're entering a bigger zone. Now we got to see if the bigger zone can absorb all of this volume. If it closes above there, this could be a bullish breakout, filling those wicks and continue to the upside. So I'm managing my stop right up here. Sucks, guys. Shit like that happens. Look how many times we attempted to break that, and it's holding. 32.97, good support right now. Okay, but this candle is going to close in 3 minutes. Let's continue to follow it. And we got Powell coming out in 7 minutes. Okay, NASDAQ is just trading still inside here. US 30 is starting to potentially break down. Let's see if volume will actually close below there. and figuring out if gold can continue to reject these buyers and push it back down. Welcome, Cheslin. Welcome. Shitty volume across the board. All of these securities. Shit volume. I think I got excited when Fusion came back on. I felt like I needed to get into a trade. I'm in drawdown, still holding it. I'll verbally let you guys know when I get stopped out. I'll verbally let you guys know if I manually stop myself out like I did earlier this morning. Okay. Okay, we're back down to 3,300. We got a good solid rejection at our zone, right at that daily point of interest. That was the proper retest area. You know, you see, I anticipated that. I got in a little early. I had some ants in my pants, but we got to continue to allow it play out. I'm not over leveraged. I'm not panicking. I'm pissed off. Yeah, I'm pissed off, but I'm not over leveraged or panicking when I hit that drawdown. Now I see we're squeezing some buyers. Can we flip this candle into a shooting star? And then the next 5-minute bar we break down? Possibly, but it's still holding its ignited head. This is an inverted hammer candle. It's not easy to flip an inverted hammer candle because you have your initial strong buyers at the open. So you really, really got to squeeze them. Chat is getting ignored on YouTube. I'm kind of multitasking. I don't know if you can see that on YouTube. We've got Zoom chat. We've got news on the left. We're doing 3 charts, and I'm trying to entertain YouTube. It's pretty difficult, and I'm also in a trade myself. So I'm not trying to purposely ignore you guys, but there's a lot going on. Okay? If you want to try it, go ahead and stream and try it and see how it is. Okay? I'm actually pretty decent with you guys. I come and ask you guys how you guys are doing. But sometimes you got to understand we're in a trade. We got to be focused. It's not just entertaining. That's why I tell the YouTube chat, stop spamming. Stop talking about stupid shit. Because if you talk stupid shit, I'm not looking in there. If you're asking some decent questions, yes, I can look in there. But when you're spamming meme coins and shit coins and shit like that, I don't have any interest on there. Okay, we got a shooting star candle. Do you guys not want to learn about this? A shooting star candle just closed right at. They opened it, ignited, protecting, again, this red line. If we get a quick rejection, we can break this, and that's what could open that big drop, okay? But, again, the bar opened, ignited, okay? They're holding it up for a reason. We came back up lower high. Here it is. Oh, my God. You guys might actually see a keyboard break on this session if we do not break this red line. I'm telling you the honest truth. Get ready, guys. You might see a keyboard fly across the screen. Oh my God, come on and just break this. Where are the sellers just a bid down in here? Just bid at 32.9650. I'm going to throw a pending order, bid order in here to get filled. Just to drop this shit down. Come on, here we go. Breaking now. Go, 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 go. Okay. Oh man. Okay, so so this has been the hardest 17 pips in my entire life right here. Wow. It's still holding. Holy shit. Unbelievable. Man. I don't have a backup keyboard, so I have a lot of mouses. You might see a mouse break. Oh my God. This area, 32.97 and 3 pennies. Holy shit. Okay, we just got to continue following our structure. Okay, they absorbed again. Now, let's see, leg coming down. Come on. Where's this 30-minute? Oh my God, and it's right in before Powell, guys. I don't know what to do. Because this could be just, as soon as they see Powell in his purple tie, it could be a skyrocket right back up. I kind of don't want to go to break even just yet, but holy, okay. So Difficult. But what do we got? We got US 30 and we got NASDAQ continue to come up. Okay, so in anticipation of Powell's speech, maybe a rate cut could see markets continue to drive to the upside. Let's pay attention to that, okay? Anything he says about a September rate cut could ignite the markets to continue to be bullish. That could be positive for the US dollar, and then maybe we'll get that gold drop. But I guarantee you, before it drops, they've already protected it here. They're going to come up, hunt for stops like this, like take out my stop, and then potentially bring it down, okay? Oh, I'm waiting with you, Red. I'm with you guys. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm holding this. Don't worry. I'm good, guys. We got a lower high. I'm telling you, when we break this, it's going to be a big break because that's that elevator that they're holding right now. They're holding that staircase, that last staircase right there. They're holding it. Man, ooh, shit. This is tough. Okay, so we got 90 seconds, and Mr. Powell is coming out, okay? If anyone wants to let me know what tie color he's wearing, that could really dramatically affect how the markets move. Holy, Crowning Chronos, your second bottle of wine is down. Take it easy, bro. Take it easy. Normally, like with this, I'll probably have 3 joints in me, but, you know, we got to be professional here. We got to be professional. Okay, come on. Now we're squeezing back down. 60 seconds to go. If we get a nice bearish body closing below this red line, got a lot of further drop down. Okay, here we go. Come on. We've waited. Don't do this shit. Come on. Just fucking break. God. It's been the hardest 20 pips in my entire life. How many times is it holding this? And just in this candle alone, I've counted 5 times that we've came down here. Here we go, 30 seconds into the close. Watch also NASDAQ, and look how Dow is building nicely. Could break out, okay? Oh, we got our shooting star candle. It did peek its head below there, okay? It did technically say hello, create that lower low, but now let's follow that volume, guys. But Powell, it could get intense, okay? So get ready, guys. Just don't over leverage, okay? You can wait for the first 5 minutes after Powell comes out, okay? Sometimes he's delayed. He comes out a couple minutes later. Okay, here we go. It's bullish, okay? Ignited, rejected. Can we get that? Just take out these lows. If it does, and then I'm going to go to a break even. If we can take out these, yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm going to a break even now. I'm going to take out 80% now at 20. Yeah, taking out 80% there, and I'm at a break even. Okay, because I don't want to gamble with when Powell's coming out, but there it is. Okay, we got it. We wrote it. Congratulations if you guys got it. We're right now 35 pips. Okay, so my target is that white line for my next 20% remaining. But as soon as it broke and dropped 25, I got filled on the downside, so it's good. I got a good fill. I took out 80%. Okay, because I want to focus on Powell. So I'm out of that trade. Basically, I got 20% running with a break even. Okay. So that's that, okay? Holy, okay? So, wow, okay? But look at today, the results. I went in earlier this morning and right now. If I just properly waited for that pullback in there, that's when we could have nailed that. Well, I could have nailed that trade right there with minimal zero drawdown in that red zone coming down now for 70 pips, okay? So guys, always learn from my mistakes. Learn from Ankarani's mistakes. I'm getting older and I smoke too much weed. Wait for your pullbacks. Be a little bit more patient than me, okay? And you can nail those, okay? Okay, he's live, Sonia. Okay, guys, that's a target down there too for me, personally. Came to a white line. So I'm just going to close my trade out. And that additional 20%, I'm closing out. Okay, I'm out of this trade completely. We got to focus on Powell now. I kind of focus more when I'm not in a trade, okay? If you guys are running that, congratulations. Okay. Okay, so what is going on here? We'll see. White House strengthening American leader. Guys, hit the likes on YouTube. If you like that I didn't smash my computer, hit the likes. We do appreciate it. Okay, so we're moving bullish right now. we don't have one bar yet closing above here. Strong. We're building up to that high of the day right there. Okay, high of the day is the purple line. We're NASDAQ. This yellow line is a daily point of interest. Okay, so and gold, guys, we broke that hourly position. Okay, so that's why I closed the remainder of my trade down there. It came exactly to my target. The white line was my target. Okay, for the full position. Whatever you want to do, you guys do. Okay, but let's just clean up the charts now. Okay, so we got to watch in 2 minutes where this will close, okay? We got to watch where this can close. Let's see if anything came out. So Powell is speaking right now, okay? I know normally we will show it live with the sound, but that's what kind of was causing my computer to shut down. So I didn't want to gamble today on that. And I already have the electricians doing some work in the house. I'm already gambling on that they don't shut down my power here. So maybe on the next one, maybe NFP, we'll have Bloomberg or something. We'll see how it moves. Okay. But here we go. Okay. Is it a double bottom, kind of nice move, but it could be a breakout and they could bring it right back down. So if we're waiting for a retest, if this body closes above, I'm going to flip this red zone green and maybe we wait for a pullback entry. Okay. Fed's Powell, the economy is in a solid position. Okay, that's good. Those are good words. Anytime the economy is in a solid position, that's encouraging. That's good. That's good for the US dollar. Gold might continue selling off. Okay. Yes. There goes gold continuing to sell off. Okay. Will it fill this entire all the way down? See that big body candle? There's that fair value gap right there. Oh shit. Right there, guys. Okay, right in there. That's where it could stall and catch a wick, right in there. Yep. You see how it stalled and caught a wick right there, guys. You gotta train your eyes to look for this shit. Okay, I know it's live. Fuck, I tried to warn you guys. Right there, guys. You gotta pay attention and listen to me. That's why YouTube, I can't sit and talk to you guys when you guys are asking questions, because you see how that area right there, when we placed it, you see the response out of there. Okay. Guys, if you allow me to do this earlier, I can save you guys money. And you gotta get ahead of the game. Okay, you gotta really pinpoint these zones below the hourly. That break right there was that imbalance. 50% of that candle, draw it right down there. We hit it with a tick, and look at the response coming back out. Okay, it happens to me all the time. Okay, I'm a 1 minute scalper. I know how this shit goes. Some of you guys are not used to this. This could be new for you guys. I go through this every single day. Okay, red box, go to green box. Okay, just go through the easy shit. This is the easy shit. Did some volume close above these wicks? Yes. So if it pulls back into here, guys, my 20% there is, or the trade where I entered, whatever. I took out the entire position, but there it's canceled. Okay, so I need to breathe, guys. Do you guys understand the importance of that box? And why the reaction happened right there? It's not just by chance, guys, okay? It's, oh man, Chrome, you're on your third bottle. Easy, bro. But guys, when you determine these areas, it makes trading that much easier, okay? So NASDAQ and US 30 are taking off. Again, do you want to get in the habit of just buying the high? If you do, okay, try it out, test out, back test. Do your journal entries. See how many trades you're winning, see how many break-evens you have, see how many losses you have. That's not my particular way of trading. I don't like trading the highest points or selling the lowest points. I like to sell pullbacks. I like to buy pullbacks, okay? So this, if NASDAQ comes back down, I will entertain a possible buy here, okay? Same with US 30. If it possibly comes back down to here, I may possibly entertain a buy, okay? That was a red zone. We closed with a bar above. We just broke the daily high. Maybe it will pull back and capture more buyers in here instead of just buying the highest point of the day and FOMOing in, okay? Wow, what is going on? Okay, look at gold. Okay, he's talking now. What is he saying? Holy shit. Inflation is somewhat above target. Despite uncertainty, economy remains in a solid position. The current stance of policy leaves us well positioned to respond in a timely manner. Indicators suggest economic growth has moderated. That's crude oil. Moderation in growth reflects slowdown in consumer spending. We got NYMEX coming in, Powell. A wide set of indicators suggest that the job market is near maximum employment. Labor market conditions are broadly imbalanced and unemployment remains low. This is coming from Powell right now, okay? Tariffs, now he's talking about tariffs, okay? So sorry guys, I'm just reading what he's saying here. Tariffs have exerted pressure on some goods, but wider impact on certain. A reasonable base case is a short-lived tariff inflation impact. Possible inflationary effects could be more persistent. Now you see the volatility. When you're talking about unemployment, job numbers, economy, monetary policy, tariffs, the market now is whipsawing. So now let's wait for bodies to close, okay? This is not time to play games. Okay, even I was looking for retests there. I'm not looking for anything. When Powell is talking, the markets are continuing to move. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm sitting back waiting for bodies to close and Powell to continue talking here. And when he's done his speech, then I see structural levels and then I can continue to trade if I like. But wow, okay. Guys, is everyone okay with this volatility? Okay, you know, like it did come back up. That was a nasty candle. It came back up, but look, lower highs and continue. I'm no longer in that gold trade, but if you were, you know, that was scary looking at that big wick rejection coming back up, but it's coming right back down. Will it close below this zone and continue pushing down? Wow, okay, so look it. They took out the highest point of the day 5 minutes right after Powell started speaking. Learn this in your playbook, guys. Okay, there's a time and place for everything. Took out the high, swept the high, and they're dropping it back down. Let's see if it will close below this structure. Okay, we have 44 seconds to go. Let's see also if gold will close. Gold is coming right back down to the lowest point of the day. There it is. Staircases going up and all of this bullshit, and elevator coming down. That's why we were in sell. Guys, is trading making more sense? Are you guys getting encouraged? Are you guys getting excited about the future of trading? Are you guys learning about points of interest, zones, retest, impulse candles, patience, discipline, proper risk management, how to do this on a daily basis? Please, for the life of me, tell me you guys are learning this. And if you're not, what can we help you with? What can we help you with? I got to know. Tell your uncle what you need help with. Okay, did the volume close below that? Yes. Was that a particular green zone for a reason when we established it? It was. That's what caused that huge wick to come up. Now it could retest this and continue dropping. They saved it at the low of the day. Now it could be coming back up. If it comes up, locate 50% of that big bear candle. It's right here. It's right below our hourly point of interest. Okay, so they might reject it and continue coming down. With NASDAQ, we're still, guys, we got to watch this zone. Okay, this is an ugly zone that's been holding right here. Okay, so let's see if we get bearish volume closing below here. Okay, this is just this could be a neckline. Sorry, guys. And I apologize if I'm not answering your questions, okay? But there's a lot going on here, guys. There's a lot going on, okay? Now, also, this, guys, I'm just getting zones, okay, for possible pullbacks. There's a particular zone. Okay, I'm not in on US 30. I would love to sell here or back up here. Right now, it's an ignited bar that wants to come down. We'll watch to see, are they going to take out the lowest point of the day? Okay, so the US dollar is moving up. Gold selling, NASDAQ selling, US 30 is selling. Fed Powell is talking right here. Here he goes. He's continuing. On a track to wrap up policy review by late summer, would characterize policy as modestly restrictive. There's downside risk to the labor market. We expect to have more information in the coming months. We have made no decisions about September meeting. Okay, that kills everything. I was looking to see if Powell would anticipate rate cuts in September. He's made it verbally clear here. We have made no decisions about September meeting. Okay, so the market is going to digest that. That's why we're not seeing too much upside move anymore, okay? Okay. Is anyone watching the US DXY also on another screen? US dollar is also important to watch. Always, always. Okay. And guys, don't forget Power Hour. Okay, it's at 3 p.m. And then we have those two big names in the after hours. Three big names, actually. You have a Trump speaking, and you also have Meta and Microsoft. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so NASDAQ came all the way down. Okay, it broke that level. It's got a higher low coming back up. So if you got to sell, that's great. Is anyone still moving down with gold? See how it retested that zone now. So it flipped. That was that green zone. As soon as it came down, had that big wick go back up. It came up, still pushed down. They managed to fill that entire wick again. And look now how it retested that zone and continued to maybe push down and take out this daily low. If it takes it out, we're walking into a bigger daily demand area, okay? That 32.85, I've been talking about that for months now. And then right below it here, 50% of that demand zone is 32.79, 32.80. Okay, and Powell keeps talking. It is very similar to where they were a year ago. Job creation has slowed, but so has supply for workers. Many uncertainties left to resolve. Dollar is still moving bullish. What is it I'm using for Powell in real time? Financial juice. Financial juice. Okay, so how's everyone doing? Amazon, Sanya, Amazon is tomorrow, right? Yeah, Meta and Microsoft today, Amazon and Apple tomorrow after hours. Apple, Amazon, and MicroStrategy. Okay, big Bitcoin company over here. Yeah, DXY is pumping. US dollar is pumping. We should see further downside to gold, but it's at the daily position. Okay, so there could be daily buyers there getting in on discount, hoping that it will go back up, but we have not closed below it. So it opened ignited again, continue push up, has not closed below it yet. So if it comes back up to retest, you got your red zone that's already been tapped right there, and then if it needs to come back up to the 9 EMA. The 9 EMA is at that hourly point of interest. This might look for like a good scalp to continue to come down, but you got to be careful at that lowest point of the day. Okay, so NASDAQ is continuing to build back up to this shoulder. Let's see if a nice bullish volume can close above here. And NASDAQ, remember, could continue to drive in anticipation for Power Hour and the earnings of Meta and Microsoft, okay? Wow, gold is still holding, but looks like it wants to maybe physically break this after a continuation. If it can continue to push down, remember, it might come up. They might form a neckline and then come back down. Let's see if it will come back down and break, okay? How's everybody doing? Okay, now this is the check-in. How's everybody doing? Everybody on Zoom, okay? Any questions? Everyone on YouTube, how are you guys doing? Okay, you got to understand it's busy, guys. It's busy, okay? It's not easy to do what we do. I promise you. If you think it's easy, I tell you, come try this and see. It's not easy. I encourage more traders to do this. Go live, showcase what you can do. But it's not easy, guys. It's not. I'll tell you how hard this is. We've been doing this for 6 years now. This is probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life is YouTube streaming. not the trading. I know how to trade. It's entertaining everyone. That's what I'm not a streamer, guys. I'm not those YouTube streamers. I'm just a real trader, and that's what I am. And I hate technology. Yeah, you're curious to see what Trump has to say. I'm curious too. Who knows what he's going to say? But he'll probably just bash Powell a little bit if he gets questioned on it. Okay, so we got some consolidation right near the low of the day. We got to expect some buyers there. Now we're closing in 2.5 minutes. So will it continue to close down every time it's coming up? Lower highs, lower highs. There could be one leg that comes back up, but I would be, focusing more on the hourly area, like right there. See if that would be a good possible sell again if it comes all the way back up there. This is more of an intermediate zone, like it's a block in the market, but it's not as strong as this one. This one is more of an hourly area, and it's representing like a little bit 50% of that big bearish candle. That would be a good retest area. NASDAQ and Dow are trading real choppy still, so it came back up. They rejected it. Head and shoulder pattern. Okay, look at it. This entire right here, left shoulder, there's your spike, your head coming back down. We've retested the right shoulder, and now we could technically come back down, maybe fill those wicks, close below, and then get a further drop on NASDAQ and US 30. Okay, so let's watch this thing play out. And we're going into power hour very, very soon. And gold is continuing to break with a new lower low and a shooting star candle coming down. Follow the close. It might close below that purple line. The purple line will be resistance going forward. This could continue to drop down. Okay. DXY is pumping. If you guys can't want to see DXY right now, look at it. Holy shit, that's DXY. 99.63. Are we going to hit that beautiful 100 psychological marker? Maybe. Okay, so NASDAQ now. Oh, sorry, this was the wrong chart here on NASDAQ. Oh, did I just lose my chart? Shit. Anyways, I got to use this chart here. This was from further. This was another chart we were trading this morning, okay? But still, I got some areas right here we're watching. We'll just get rid of that zone. Look at gold breaking down. Wow. Okay. And okay, so gold continuing selling, okay? Look at what happened. So just playing it back. We were dropping all day this morning. You guys know we got those gold sells on the 4-hour elevator coming down. It slowly staircased its way up back to FOMC and now coming right back down, guys. There's that little channel and, grabbed it. Wow, okay. Whew. Did anybody continue getting these sells in the markets or, trading down with this right now? Bence, you got it. Tim, fuck yeah. Good job, guys. Yeah, guys, don't worry about me, okay? So, I'm worried you guys. If you guys got the bulk of the move, congrats, okay? But you see, guys, how with big news, it still continued in its direction. It made that lower low. It came back up into that daily position, nice psychological block, 3,300, and continued to break down. Like, it's unbelievable.